Hello there and welcome to another video. So the Switch firmware version 4.0 was recently released, and it's probably the biggest update yet to the Nintendo Switch, and it brought in some amazing stuff. Some really interesting functions as well, and features. One of those being the screen recorder. So we can finally record Switch gameplay natively. Yay! And I will actually start sharing some of my gameplay on Twitter as well, so you should definitely follow me there to never miss an interesting clip. And by the way, the footage you're seeing in the background is of course recorded with the screen record button. I should also mention that I didn't have an SD card available at the time of recording, so the footage was uploaded to Facebook and then downloaded to my PC before being rendered in Adobe Premiere Pro and then uploaded to YouTube. So if you have a micro SD card and grab the footage directly from the memory, it should look a lot better than it does right now, because one of the complaints I have with this is that the bitrate is kind of low. Like, even looking at the gameplay on the Switch, the bitrate is low, meaning that you will get kind of a blurry image, even though the resolution is 720p, which is not 1080p, but I will get there later. The bitrate is not as good as it could have been. But anyways, recording is actually really simple. All you have to do is hold down the record button, which is the button on the left Joy-Con below the thumbstick. And you hold it down for like 2 seconds and it will save the past 30 seconds of gameplay to your album, basically where the screenshots are saved. There are some downsides though. This feature is currently only available on a few games, those being Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2, ARMS and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But to be honest, I cannot really complain. It's a new feature, so I would assume that Nintendo just want to see how it works before expanding on it. Meaning adding longer recordings, more game support, faster saving times, etc. And to be honest, I think that as soon as a company releases a new feature, like the record button, so many people go up there and say, yeah, sure, this feature is okay and all, but it could have been this, or it could have been that. So I think that, and I've seen so many doing this with the recording feature as well. So I think that we should just start appreciating what we have, what this feature is right now, and just give credits to Nintendo for implementing this feature, which is something we've been looking for a long time. I think it's the first time in a Nintendo console where you can actually natively record gameplay. So this is a big step. We should really thank Nintendo for this. It's actually quite amazing. And especially for us content creators. Sure, the quality won't be as good as if you were recording it using an external capture card, but it's great for saving some clips here and there. Or if you're making guides, etc., this should work perfectly fine to build a foundation for your channel before investing in an expensive capture card if that's what you want. And I just love always being able to save the past 30 seconds. At the moment. I mean, you never know when something interesting will happen, so being able to basically rewind what happened is awesome for content creators. Yes. And this is basically what you can do with NVIDIA Shadowplay, and I use that all the time, so I would imagine that I will be using this feature on the Switch so many times. What do you think about the screen recording feature? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you will do with the feature.